4 years ago we got a spa which came complete with chemicals, but I didn't enjoy the chlorine, and nor did my husband. We found we didn't like the smell, we had skin irritation, sore eyes. It was just really unpleasant, so I started searching then for an alternative.
After sparring in chlorine products in the past, jumped straight into the shower, washed my hair instantly as to get out all the harsh chemicals, which does tend to ruin the ends.
We wasn't using the pool because it was smelly and dirty, and it was just sitting there not being used, so I thought, well, it's silly.
Most people seem to be, and maybe it's just the fact of life now, most people have some form of skin allergy or maybe dermatitis, or more aware of it, or psoriasis and that sort of thing. And chlorine related or bromine related spas, or even salt related spas, irritate your skin.
Of course you use it quite a bit initially, and then because it's unpleasant, you have to find another option. It's like being in the warm water was lovely, soothing, but the repercussions of that with the chlorine made it not so.
Tony got us to do 30 lab samples. So it was when I was living in the Bays and I had a fairly big spa, about a 2,000 litre spa. He gave me one of the samples and we had to do 30 tests, a test prior to getting in the spa. We had to use the spa for 10 days in a row. Did a test, a sample of water before, a sample of water after we directly got out, and another sample of water 30 minutes later. Yep. And we do that 10 days in a row, number them, label them, and put them in the fridge, and then he took it away to a laboratory and he proved on how the solids in the water reduced over that period of time. So 30 tests, 10 days worth, and it progressively went down to the lowest possible level, which meant the system's working, and that's what sold me on the product.
When chlorine wasn't working for me, and then I read about the possible dangers of chlorine, and looking for an alternative, I came across colloidal silver and then simple silver.
They just had it in their spa pool, and they knew I was doing lots of work trying to keep mine clean, and I was having trouble keeping the pH right and all the other things that you have to keep right. And so they said, try simple silver, you don't have to do anything, just put it in the water and it does it all for you. With
simple silver now, it becomes one of the first things that's mentioned when we're in the throes of selling a spa, because it's sometimes a 4 or 5 visit process for someone buying a spa, because it's a big ticket item. Not many people come and say, I'll have one of those and say, let's do it. So in the throes of it, chemical maintenance comes up. Issues that come up with selling a spa are running cost, how easy are they to look after, or what about the chemicals thing? And the first thing we say is, well, okay, have you heard of simple silver?
We really enjoyed a pool with no smell. It was safe and clean, no chemicals. So it was, and no of the usual maintenance dosing.
I believe in the product, and of course I've got a family of 5 altogether in different places with spas, and we all use it in all our spas.
I think it's that of the fact that it doesn't dry out your skin. Skin feels refreshed and doesn't dry out from all the harsh chemicals, and your hair, the ends of my hair usually gets a little bit dry. I don't have that with simple silver.
I don't smell of chlorine, my togs don't rot like they used to with the chlorine product, and I don't have to have a shower once I get out the spa.
People that have been on simple silver or have converted to simple silver are all saying it's great to be in a spa because there's no smell of the product and it's not irritating their body.
You can't afford not to have it really. Cost-wise, it's pretty similar to any other alternative you might use. And it's much healthier, safer, just a much nicer experience.